Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Troy, A Total War Saga here today on the channel. We're back with our Ajax the Great campaign on the Ajax and Diomedes DLC. Here today, we've got an hour-long episode, and we're going to try and get stuck into the campaign. We're going to have a big one here today and try and smash it out a bit. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on, let me know in the comments, feedback and suggestions for the series, and where you'd like me to expand and conquer. Right, so we have two full stacks in operation with Ajax and his half-brother. We're going to be going up against the Boeotians, and we should have the massive, epic Battle of Thebes here today as well. We're going to be pushing northwest before we sort of look to our eyes on Troy. So, I'm going to be pushing against them, and I'm going to be dealing with Thebes as well. Wars-wise, we're only at war with two factions, one down in Crete and the Ionians there. Diplomacy-wise, we've got most of the Danaan/Achaean host under our ally ship, Achilles, Odysseus as well, and this is what we currently occupy in Greece. Okay, so I think it's time to get another army, so let's get Miletos. We're going to start recruiting some soldiers with him. So what do we have access to? Salamis Marines is probably the best play for us. So let's get a couple of those in. I really do quite look at those. And eventually bowmen as well. Tier 1. But that's okay. Well, the slingers are cheaper. Maybe let's get a mix of some spears as well. Annex Attica. And we need to take... We've taken all of it to get the seal of Athens and Attica, but we just need Kilios. Which is what? Ah, that's annoying. We can't get that seal because the Amazons managed to take it. Sucks that a huge major faction went and did that. It's Hippolyta as well. They won't give me it for a payment because it's so far away. There's no way we're going to get that minus 60 down. We're strength ranked 1. If we offer them all our food, no, that doesn't even make a dent in it. I didn't think so. So we might have to war with them later on to get the seal. Looks like Odysseus and Sparta have attacked someone in the north. We'll join it. A Maelstrom at Melos. Okay. Not good. I have to watch out for that. Okay, so we're going to be pushing for Thebes here today. So I started off with 2 stacks. Miletos has come up with another 15. There's 20 units in Thebes. So this is going to be a little bit difficult. We might have to sort of drag this first army out. But Thebes is one of the custom settlements in this DLC. Also, I should have said at the start, I've said it in the previous couple of videos that I've got to say a huge thank you to the Creative Assembly for sending me an early access code and making this DLC possible. It's going to be available on the 29th of January. So we're going to declare war, and we're going to have the battle first up at Thebes, and then I guess we'll siege it, because I want to show you guys the custom settlement that's been updated. So, luckily for me, there's an army on the outskirts, so we're going to be able to draw that out. And it's going to go with the garrison as well. Actually, I think we'll just play this one straight up. It's going to drag it all out. Alright, let's chuck a quick save. We have the god Hephaestus on our side. And we'll fight this one on the fields of Thebes. So the first initial army, 3 spears, 3 young lightly armoured spears. I've got some armoured skirmishers there. Ajax's army has 6 archers now. We've got a couple of Paragon units as well. But this is the battlefield. The nice, grassy and luscious fields of Thebes. And there it is. The city of 8 gates. Quite a large settlement. Looks cool. Even with the debris and sort of desolation of the inner wall, I guess, of the old keep or something. Very cool. You don't usually see a city that large in Troy. So my reinforcements are coming from the rear. Okay, those reinforcements are coming from their right-hand flank, my left. Okay. I think we might have to push up, close the distance, and see how we go. We do have a lot of spears, so we're going to be able to hold while our archers rain fire and death. But let's move these Paragon units a little bit further up. I think we're just going to have to charge, because their reinforcement army is coming from their right. We might actually be able to swarm and surround them if we're lucky. Poor Ajax further back. But let's have a quick look at the units. Spearmen, archers in the second rung. Then we have Ajax holding the line. Alright. Holding the rear, rather. Okay, so let's move everyone up. Let's slow things down slightly. We want to be able to envelop like this. Perfect. Archers, move here as well. Okay, so Miletos is coming in. So he's got Salamis swords with him, so that's perfect. I was actually kind of hoping that it was my newly recruited army, because we've got proper swordsmen in there. Them on the flanks, carving them up is going to be good. And then we've got more reinforcements coming from the rear. So pull you here. So I think charging with high octane rapid attack and trying to envelop them and wrap around is probably the best play for this first army. If we can destroy before that secondary army comes up. But we've got a huge battle here for Thebes. We're going to be able to chuck these Salamis swordsmen right into the thick of it. Or Salamis marines. But they are still a swordman unit. Okay. Get those Paragon spears around. They're managing to engage the enemy host a lot quicker because of their speed buffs. I really do like the Paragon units in this Troy DLC. They're very much akin to regiments of renown in Warhammer 2, which are awesome. Okay, so it looks like they can't make the decision of which one to hold, so they're sort of spreading really thin, which is good for us. We'll allow Miletos, which is a fighter, to engage theirs. Those Paragon units are carving up those spears. But we'll try and do as much damage as we can. Send everyone in. Send it. Then, once we cleared them out, we'll reform a line. But depending if we get too far engaged, we could just pull back and consolidate our forces. But we'll just have to see how quickly we can carve up these units. Our reinforcements with the third army is nearly here. It is a little bit finicky when you have to command... what is this, like 24 units? Let's try and consolidate this a little bit. Let's break the spears into a couple groups so I can see what's what. Because there were some additional skirmishers coming in, like some slingers there, only the one. Okay, so now we're getting some line of sight of some other guys. I'm not unopposed to making a front line with everyone soon. Yeah, so do this, pull back. Quickly now, men, turn, reform the line. For Theorenga. Oh, no, what is it? Erolengas. Not Theolengas. I was about to say. Okay. Those archers might not make it. So far, we've only lost a little bit of soldiers. I do like how reactionary those units are because they've made that line quick smart. And the third army's actually pulled up that right flank. Now, I have been neglecting some of these abilities here on these guys. Okay. Just reform that. Some of those archers are getting chased, but they're pulled back. Allow my brother to sit back with the archer units. Okay, we might be in an opportunity now to actually countercharge. We're protecting our archers enough. And they're actually trickling in one by one, so we should be able to double tap and swarm units. Okay. There's just so many attack orders we have to put out. Right, charge, move that up. Continue to go back against that other fighter. Ajax might be better off going against the defender. The Lords are what are going to be the more difficult units to deal with. We'll try and get a shot off there. Those archers are getting pulled out and they're kiting a unit away, so it's not overly too bad. There's a couple units sitting idly by. I guess some units go out of line of sight. But let's have a look at this action. Young Spears charging here. Ajax is engaging the men of Thebes. Oh, they've got some Spartoi in there. Crikey.
The enemy hero has sustained a wound.
Those are very, very strong. The spawn of Hades. That unit actually that was engaging the archers, was chasing them, is engaging the infantry now, so we're going to be able to hit them from behind easily. Right, back over on the left flank. The far left flank is buckled. And we're giving chase, perfect. The center, where their Spartoi units are holding incredibly strong, which is understandable. They're holding a 4 units there. So we don't want 4 units to hit them head on, we want to try and surround them. It's all about just putting in the hit points on them. Alright. So the right flank is still holding there for now. We've still got to deal with that other Spartoi unit. But the Blood DLC just adds that little bit extra of battlefield combat, doesn't it? Gives it that just little extra immersion. I like it. Always wish it's just in the start of the base game. I want to check out these archers, man. They should be like absolutely racking up kills against those swords. And here, look at this. So that swordsman that was chasing the archers and he's engaged my spears here. And now the archers are hitting a rear shot into them. Whenever they want to volley. They're probably getting a little bit of friendly fire just because of the arc of the hill, which is unfortunate, but it's probably still worth it. Alright, so we've drawn out the garrison of Thebes. And we've managed to destroy the 7 or 8 inside and then the other 2 on the outskirts. Awesome. And then we should be able to take the city. But depending if I do a Homeric victory, depends on you guys. The thing is with Troy, like, one criticism about the objectives, there's not really a short victory. That's either Homeric or a full map completion. Now, personally for me, I like to play short campaigns. I like to do 5, no more than 10 episodes and then move over to something else. But I felt like playing for an hour here today because I really want to try and smash out this campaign. Alright, so still a couple of them are in a full retreat, but it's still some holding. It looks more likely by the minute that we're going to be able to claim victory here today. Yeah, I either go to like short victory conditions or sort of make my own. But I did say to you that I wanted to do an Ajax Let's Play, and if the main objective is to take Troy. So hopefully we can battle Hector's forces. So we've lost about 400, we've killed about 1,000 of theirs, which is cool. Yeah, I would like Ajax to fight Hector, like he did in the movie. The Troy movie, that is. And he was killed in that movie by Eric Bana, wasn't he? So I'd like a duel of those two. But yeah, once we build up enough strength, once we can muster and hold enough military forces in and around our region of Attica, we'll set sail to Troy. But still a little bit away before we even do that sort of stuff. We've still got to deal with the men in and around Thebes. Alright, we got victory here today. Awesome. Let's try and run down the remaining stragglers. Decisive victory for Ajax and Salamis. So we lost 300 there, 150 with the reinforcing, and only 24 there as well. Crikey. And we've managed to smash both of their military forces. Archers did really well. The Paragon units. The spears got 300, which is crazy. And Ajax with another decisive bloody victory. We did outnumber them though. And the deployments were very much in our favour. So that army's now pushed out. 5 still remained though. That's annoying. Okay.
Truest friend,
So
deadliest enemy.
casualty plus, hit points, casualty, enemy terrain, and allied. I think we'll go with the allied.
Staunch
Okay,
ally.
so we want to run down this reinforcing army. Miletos has got a stat upgrade. Let's go with
Let us
frenzy.
toast this victory. I never falter.
I guess we'll start sieging Thebes with Ajax. Okay, that's a clean-cut auto resolve. However, I do guys want to show you the custom settlement anyway.
Forging war.
We probably would have struggled with that siege if we were to
All out
push up and attack it. So we'll deal with this secondary army on the outskirts. God, did you hit him enough? Nearly death by 1,000 cuts there. We'll take on the... Actually, we'll take the morale because we're going to be in a battle soon anyway. Okay, so we're sieging out Thebes. I don't... The thing is, we could wait a turn and get some siege equipment, but I think we're better off just to attack it. We might struggle to get inside, but there's not much of a garrison there anyway. In Troy, each individual unit does have a ladder, so we're going to make our way up over the walls quite easily anyway, and we should be able to swarm in. There might even be parts on the wall we can move up our archers, and then they can rain fire and death from the walls. That's always a good strat, and Rome 2, to Attila, to even Troy. If you outnumber them heaps, you can just sit archers up on weird angles and snipe them. But here is the epic custom Battle of Thebes, which I'm going to be showing off here today. I can't remember off the top of my head on the patch notes if it's a part of the free DLC or the DLC. I can't remember, so I would obviously say that and bring it up. I should have got that prepared. But once we knock out the Thebians, we might be able to contend with Troy. Great. Well, there's the gate of Thebes. My apologies, bless me. Yeah, so we saw this before. It was like a degraded sort of inner corridor, but there's a lot of gates in and around Thebes. I don't know if that was that's a hindrance, or well, I guess it's less of the wall that we can get up with. It might actually be more of a concern for them. Oh. But here is Ajax's forces. My god, that sneeze really bamboozled me. Is the best way to call them. But I mentioned I do occasionally sneeze because I play so long. I play hours and hours of content daily, so this happens. And I live in one of those like old Victorian sort of houses, and they got super high ceilings, so no matter how much you dust the thing, there's always a little bit dusty. But it's also the Australian summer as well, so it might be slight little hay fever and stuff. It's a meme on the channel, me sneezing. I can think of half a dozen times I've done it. Along with the train going past my house. Alright. So we should be able to swarm them up here. We do have a lot of additional reinforcements, but for some reason they're not coming in. Which, if is a bug, is probably going to get patched. Please do take into consideration that this basically goes for all my series, because a lot of the time, particularly when I'm using early access stuff, the last week they patch a lot of stuff. But there's usually like a couple Word documents of stuff, and this goes for modders as well, so I can't remember all of it off the top of my head. But yeah, I also play with a lot of early access and experimental mods, so usually with like 12 AD, and once games get a couple patches into them, they're usually a lot more stable. Right, so I guess we could try and get Ajax to try and bring down the gate. We are getting sniped a little bit off here. My Paragon spear units are going to make their way up onto the wall first, which is awesome. And the ladder's swinging up. The slow arc very much reminds me of the siege of Helm's Deep. Comparably, the wall of Thebes does look very Numenorian, you could say. Does look very much like the Helm's Deep wall. Right, so now that you're getting up on the walls, we'll try and pick a target. Yeah, the arc of the ladder, just one at a time. I've got Lord of the Rings on the mind. I've been playing a lot of Third Age over the last couple of weeks and months. Finished up a Eastling campaign, an Isengard campaign, because I got the 4K version of Lord of the Rings for Chrissy. I've been watching the Blu-ray. We watched it over the summer.
You are about to capture the gates.
Me and my friends, so it's thoroughly enjoyable. It's been so long since I've actually sat down and watched all of Lord of the Rings, and it took us 3 days. Movie night. But yeah, I forgot how good those movies are. Personally, for me, I like the second movie. I think overall.
You have captured the enemy tower.
Talking about theatrical. Extended is good when you've watched it a couple times. But yeah. I kind of like the first one as well because it's so unique compared to the others. The third one can be a little bit long. But I did watch it with someone who hadn't watched any of them, and his favourite was
Close enough to taste.
the third. So I don't know. Let me know, what's your favourite? Okay, so we're running down those bowmen there. We're starting to swarm them here. I wouldn't mind sneaking a unit into the town square as well, just to start the countdown. They're now running. Those bowmen as well. So we should try and get another battle in today's episode. I want to play for roughly around about another half an hour. But we should be able to get rid of the Boeotians and the Thebes. Because it's Boeotians that occupy this. Thebians don't actually occupy it, do they?
Your warriors are losing heart. Massacre them! For the Achaeans, let's see blood. Wipe them out!
Yeah. Where are my reinforcements? It must be a bug, I guess. They should be running after those clubmen.
Your warriors
Oh, good.
routed.
The Paragon units have made it there. Look how quick they are. You can really just get these guys just to charge in. Look how quick they are. They're so rapid on their feet.
Ajax!
Ajax is now up on the walls, getting stuck into the thick of it with his spearmen. But we do have some reinforcements coming in. We are slowly starting to cap it, but we might have to fight that light swordsman. There's only 38 of them, so we should be able to quickly get rid of them. So a nice charge here, Paragon spears against some light swordsmen, trying to retake their garrison square. Well, I say garrison square, it's not much of a square anymore, is it? Because it's only a square in medieval 2. Like it's a legitimate square. They've kind of made it like
Has claimed the enemy hero. Destroy them.
a circle. Yeah, see, it's like a circle. It's not necessarily a square anymore. Hey, we have victory. Let's end that one there. Close victory. Yeah, it's because those reinforcements didn't come in for whatever reason. Yeah, there was two and a bit K sitting outside. I think arrow towers mostly did the damage to us. But there you have it. The Siege of Thebes. And Ajax has managed to claim another fantastic city and another holiday home. The mighty bow, I managed to rank up my brother. House of the Gods, ensure that one of the following buildings is done. And there might be some more challenges and stuff we can do. Recruit another agent, a dragon teeth as well. Okay, so what do we got here? We've still got one more settlement. And, oh, we can challenge there as well. So we'll do that, we'll get another unit.
Righting wrongs.
Okay, so let's try and make the best army we can with Ajax. So now that we've got Salamis Marines in, I'm actually keen to swap them out for those spearmen. I'm not going to disband them because that would just be a waste. But they will be usable in a secondary army. Melee, we'll go with you. And now we have 3 full stacks in operation. We are hemorrhaging a little bit of food. We've got 2k in the bank. Making decent wood, stone and copper. And gold. This particular region of Greece is really bountiful with resources. It's probably arguably better than like Achilles, that starting location, to be honest. Oh, you've got to be kidding me, man. Well, looks like it's time for war with the Trojans. Just what I don't want. Paris is pretty far south, though. Achilles, you fool! Turn 28. So it looks like we're going to be getting the order tied. soon. Damn it. Well, that's what you get for playing on the harder difficulties. Ugh. Yeah, like, what are you better off to do? Try and hide away from the Trojan factions, not get military alliances, and then just like risk getting declared war on? You need to have as many alliances as you can, and unite the Achaean world. Agamemnon, Menelaus, Odysseus, Achilles, you need everyone with you. The Diomedes. Or otherwise you really do struggle. But yeah, that's annoying. Okay. So, we've got a mission to get rid of you. Oius could be a place we could take. So, move my half-brother up there. We'll try and get rid of the
I've got what it takes.
Boeotians.
Take them down.
So, we'll push up there.
I'll
We'll move
do it right.
Miletos to help it out. But we should be wrapping up
Don't
the
hold
last of the faction that occupied Thebes. They're now gone. My brother is laughing. Whoa! What? Oh my god. I'm incredibly surprised at how many I lost from that auto-resolve. Crikey. A Temple of Aphrodite. I'm just trying to think. Should we... We could bring that down. What did she give us? It's not too bad. Growth and public order and stuff. I would like to get probably Hades once we get Hephaestus up. So there's no army there. So we should be able to push down there with these. Right, Ajax can probably hit this army.
Hit them hard.
Yeah, we're not in range. No, that's annoying. They managed to take my settlement, this old man. Hire has been sacked. We're already at war with them, though. So I guess Salamis... Oh, no, we don't want to go... We want to swear an oath to right the wrong. That's what we want. So then we get a mission on the faction leader. Then we can go after him. Yeah, and he's right here. Oh, perfect. And Ajax can just push right in. I think he's actually stuck because of the settlements there. So, Yes. Oh, yes. Okay. So we'll have to deal with him. There are a lot of minor factions in and around us as we push sort of north and west. So
Setting off.
we should be able to deal with them. Anyway, we're going to be able to wrap up this mission. Oh, we even got the garrison coming in here. You foolish old man. And we'll take on the replenishments.
Serve us now.
4 renown, we'll take that. Rank 15 now. Okay, so he's rank 8. You can challenge with other lords, but it just depends on your... So far, he might lose this. We'll see. 5-8. He could very well lose this challenge, but we'll just have to see. Oh no, he won. Okay.
My reputation grows.
So now we have access to a new Paragon unit. Awesome. Which essentially gives us a regiment of renown. So what do we got? Honorable Slingers, Paragon unit. The range, yeah. Sweet. So we'll bring that into the main army eventually. It's very much like Pokemon. You gotta catch them all. All of the Paragon units. You really should go for them if you can. But they're very much spread all around the ancient world. Okay, so now we can attack there with Miletos, because we're bringing in the reinforcing army. And this should be the last of them before we have to push up north. But the more territory you can get with Ajax, the better, because war with Trojans and Trojas is no more. Yep, so we've got rid of them now. The Boeotians.
With Athena's blessing.
We've recruited those Paragon units now. I've moved back Miletos to our capital territory of Salamis. And we now have access to island club warriors. So we'll bring them in. We're going to push north to finish off the last of the old man's forces in Oppius. And then we should get 2 more, and then we border with Achilles' forces to the north.
Give no quarter.
I can make your enemies disappear.
Leave it to me.
Move you there.
Off we go.
Hit them hard.
So,
Engage the foe.
Oppius is about to be under Ajax's control. There doesn't seem to be too many military forces up here, so we should be able to take the settlements with impunity. Or by very least, little
Courage pays
garrison and army resistance, because there's only one more up there. We'll break that down because we've got a duplicate.
I'll do it right.
But we're getting enough territory, we're going to be able to focus on getting proper godly units. But it looks like, yeah, Troy's moving some forces over. 14 units there. There should be a... Oh, they're really coming for us, actually. They're trading a little bit as well. Oh, looks like... Oh, whoa, what's this? Achilles is going full on out there. That's hilarious. Alright. We should be alright, but we do have human player bias, which is annoying, so I'm hoping they hit Achilles first, because there's like a bit of a shield in front of us. But they could just go straight to us, you never know. That's the thing with the AI. Okay. Nothing like more wars adding to the pile.
into the fray.
Alpenios will be ours. But war with the Achaeans and the Trojans has kicked off, so we might have a battle with the Trojans towards the end of today's video. We still got about 20 minutes left before we hit an hour. But yeah, we might be better off going against these guys here. So who's up here? So Achilles is up here. So this is what we currently own. And so who owns that? Asperia. And no one's allied with them. I think we should go to war with them, just to claim some more territory. We should be able to take all this, maybe with even the help of Diomedes, and Odysseus could probably come help us out.
Send them packing.
But I want to try and take this territory
Deadliest enemy.
before someone else does, because then that's pretty much all of the minor factions gone off Greece. We are overextending ourselves, so hopefully it doesn't bite us in the you know what, basically.
Reclaim this place.
But we'll just have to see. I think it's worth the risk, because if the Trojan hosts focus on Achilles, we might be able to grab all this territory then double back anyway.
Engage the foe.
Just we've made our way up here. Oh, man, I hate fighting defensive wars. If I was able to dictate the aggressive war against the Trojans, it would be easier, but you gotta risk it for the biscuit sometimes, I guess. Yeah, so we'll try. Yeah, so there's nothing. There's not actually too many of them there. So we'll just have to see how we go, eh? Okay, this could be a problem. The Order Tide is here, and they've attacked me, the human player, first. So I was kind of hoping that they would sort of cross my fingers and hope that they'd hit Achilles' territory first, but it looks like they've completely bypassed the majority of it. And they're going straight to me, so I might have bit off more than I can chew here. We are at war with those guys in the north, which I do want to try and wrap up and grab, but yeah, we might just have to concede a couple of territories being taken in the south, which is annoying, but so be it. Miletos should be able to win this one and stop the Trojans coming in. So it looks like they're not even coming in with that good armies. That was an absolutely woeful army. Just a lot of young spears and stuff. Miletos with a clear-cut auto resolve. And there's some hitting like Eritrea. Oh no, they're coming straight to me. They've landed in Thebes. Okay. We will be able to recover. We're just going to have to get down there. Roaming bandits. Crush them, send an emissary. Rally the people. I guess we send an emissary. Okay, I need to wrap up this war. Because they haven't got too many, it's just Troy and its forces are hitting me in the south. But that's where you got to be careful. You've got to make the decision depending on the difficulty. Do you want to try and fight the Trojans alone, or do you want to get drawn into a lot of wars? But that's why I very rarely do Homeric and long campaigns on Troy, because it just takes so long. It can realistically go into like a 50-hour campaign. Which I don't have the patience for. Do 50 hours on one game. No matter what game it is. Okay, so they're taking a couple of island territory. Oh, looks like Hector's come up. So that'll be fun if Ajax can do that. We'll try and retake this because we don't want them to get too close to Athens. They've actually taken our gold mine as well. So Miletos with just under a full stack. We'll take this because we might even just sit here and defend it if need be. But it's interesting how Achilles attacked the Trojans. They don't seek vengeance for the war that he started. They go straight after me. Just shows you human player bias in this.
We can take them.
Alright. We'll hold from here. They want peace? No. Get out of here. They're going after my grain supply, which is annoying. Is it Trollos? Oh, and he sacked it as well. Or razed it to the ground. Oh, he's griefed it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Trollos is... Isn't he the other brother of Paris and Hector? What is Hesperia doing? Yeah, they're just sitting in their capital. But this was definitely the play if we didn't get attacked by Troy.
Ajax.
Okay, so... yeah, it's just because we made our way up there. I didn't want to sacrifice the movement. Because we're going to need all this land in the north if we are going to launch an invasion of Troy eventually. We'll secure this grain supply in the north here after losing our grain settlement. That was quite built up as well. I can't stand when the AI raises stuff to the ground. Like, I don't mind them sacking, I don't mind them occupying them, but raising it, it just like, oh, I put so much into those settlements. It just wasted 15 turns.
I love a challenge.
Okay. Well, we'll start to make our way down south.
Ajax the Great.
We'll finish off the last of these forces here. But Ajax is now ranked 19, which is quite a bit. I think it's 27 for the victory. It looks like Agamemnon's moving up some forces. I'm going to move back to Athens just because I don't want Salamis. Oh, Salamis might get taken, but Athens is a good place to deploy from. There's a lot of armies in the south there. Hector's here now, though. But it looks like Sparta. So here he is. The man, the myth, the hero, the legend. Hector of Troy has arrived. And we've been attacked here in Salamis as well, my capital. I thought my capital would have higher defense than that. Oh wow, they are really putting the pummel on me. At least they took it this time, Troy. Man, they've seriously gone after the Achaeans. It's like the other way around. Troy's led a massive invasion. Troilus still doing his thing. We'll be right. There's just not much we can do about it because our garrisons aren't very strong down here. And we've only got one army to deal with a lot of armies. 1, 2, and then 2 more south. Right. Let's once and for all get rid of these guys.
Make me proud.
If we win, and we throw the Trojans back, taking this risky maneuver of declaring war on Asperia will be worth it. But if we lose any more settlements to raising, it might not be. We managed to claim their settlements, which was quite a bit. And now Ajax and his brother could start making his way down south. So Asperia is still standing.
Subtle means have decisive ends.
Oh, we did it. But only as one unit. Oh, we destroyed the faction. That's cool. Okay. Well, it's time to double down south. Rank 20. I'm curious to see now how highly ranked Hector is. I wonder how he's done in his wars. Because Paris had taken a lot of territory in the south. Already 36 turns into the Let's Play and we're already dealing with a war with Troy. I think it's turn 42 sometimes it can happen, an all-out war. Oh, Aeneas is attacking in the north. Okay, we should be able to retake Salamis here. You were defending against... Yeah, so they attacked me. With Miletus trying to retake my capital. So they got a guard of Troy. Yeah, we're going to have to play this one because I can't afford to lose this army. They got Harpies. They got a guard of Troy. Alright, this is going to be a tough one. So, Miletus, my third commander, is trying to retake our capital, Salamis, which we can't leave under Trojan hands. Ajax and his half-brother are making their way down south. We've got some island club warriors, which are newly recruited. But the bulk of this force is made up of spears. Salamis Marines would be better, a sword unit. Miletus, third in command of Ajax's host. in my Achilles campaign, I called a character called Ajax, who wore like he was like the identical unit model. I would like archers in this build, but we've only got skirmishers for now. So this is my third army. So it's got a little bit of stuff. Those club warriors are better than the marines. We'll be able to bring them into the main army. But the spears are what is going to be interesting. So we numerically outnumber them, so that's why we have the advantage. But we'll just have to see how we go. He's a defender, a fighter, so it should be a good trade. We'll move all our infantry up. We'll move them there, and we'll go straight for you. The Guard of Troy are going to be the ones that need to worry about. We've got Frenzy and a couple of abilities here. But we cannot allow Salamis to be held under enemy hands. I think I mentioned in like the first episode as well, when they wanted me to take that island chain. I was like, oh, I don't like pushing down and taking most of these islands in the med because it just exposes us. I have a distinct remembrance of that. So we're fighting on Salamis, our home. Troy is moving up some forces. They've also got harpies as well, so they do have skirmishers, supremacy, and infantry. But the Guard of Troy are the ones we're really going to need to focus on. So skirmishers now. Slingers. Target and try and use all your ammunition on it as we can. So, we'll allow... So this is the play. We're going to get our spearmen here to try and engage their infantry, and we'll try and wrap around with an initial 5 clubmen. So, yep, perfect. Push you around their flank. They have sent some clubmen out to deal with ours, some Trojan warriors. We should be able to wrap around well. There's a lot of rocks and stuff in our way. Try and wrap around those warriors if you can.
Your warriors are losing heart.
Go after their defender. I'm curious to see how Miletus performs. Okay, those club warriors are good. And it looks like the flank's still on. Yeah, I'm still just getting my slingers to try and focus all their firepower on those guard, even though if it's causing a little bit of friendly fire.
Have been routed.
Those units are just so tanky. They're going to be our biggest concern. Yeah, and as such, our spearmen have buckled there. Oh, and our commander as well. 2 island warriors and 3 spears are in a retreat. Yeah, he didn't do it well at all. Miletus against the defender, which kind of makes sense. He should have done a bit of damage. But this is going to be a real close one here. The army that the spear front that went up didn't hold, and the flank, although it's worked on some angles, has turned this into a really unorthodox affair. Look at this, it's just all over the place, but we will be able to get rid of those Trojan Guard potentially. It's just annoying. I want to be able to get on the island to attack them, but they've caught me in the sea. It's one of those battles that I can't afford to auto-resolve. We need as many of our forces as we can. Some of our spearmen that did retreat have come back, along with our commander as well. It looks like our skirmishers are turning the tide a bit. We're fighting for our homeland here today, boys. Give us your all. You're absolutely everything. Okay, we might just need to focus on their general now.
Your warriors are rallying.
Maybe fire back into that cluster. Get our infantry to try and surround them. Still 70% in our favour. Then their army's nearly in a full retreat. Still peppering those guard. Those Trojan guard. We're not going to be able to get the general. He's just way too tough. Miletos, even as a fighter unit, can't do it now. Infantry units are struggling. Try and hit the ones that are just sitting here. Yeah, continue on those guard. And make sure none of these other little forces come back in. Yeah, we've hardly even made a dent in on him. The Trojans in this fight definitely have infantry supremacy. Yeah, just keep on hitting them. We're probably gonna get a good shot there if we can hit them on this side properly. There we go. They're shaking. Keep on hitting them, guys. Keep on pummeling them. Bring them down. Bring them down. That's good. That's good.
One of your units has no
Oh, we got him.
more ammunition.
Now, with their guards of Troy now in retreat. That could be the cherry on top to get rid of them if we're lucky. Form up. Hit the harpies in the back. We might just need to target their general with our skirmishers because our infantry is just not doing anything. It's like a blunt knife attacking them. It's like a blunt knife through a juicy steak. It's not happening. But I think we're good now. We probably can start speeding things up. Yeah, there we go. Now that our skirmishers are focusing on him, it's a bit better. Ah, we have victory. A Catamine victory. I like that touch because the reference to Pyrrhus of Epirus and his Pyrrhic victory is before this time. So who is Catamine? I don't know. But Miletos is now... Didn't lose any units, well, he definitely would have if we auto-resolved. Should be able to retake Salamis.
That's beyond me.
Alright, turn 37. Just during the end turn phase there, Achilles has managed to take Paris' territory in Troy, which is interesting. So we'll retake Salamis here now. And we've nearly hit an hour, so I'm going to wrap things up here. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Episode 4 of the Ajax Troy series. Hope you enjoyed this hour-long part. Really wanted to smash this here today. So we're going to be continuing with our war against the Trojans that have invaded the Danuns and the Achaeans in the next episode. We should have a battle with Hector as well. Then once we throw all this back, we'll probably start making some plans and preparations to taking the city of Troy and then wrapping up the campaign. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos on the channel. I'm going to play the outro now. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already with the bell notification on. Let me know in the comment section down below feedback and suggestions for the video. And feel free to leave a dislike. If you want to support the channel and follow me on my social media links, they are all linked in the description below. We've got the series playlist that you can access. You can also have a look at my gaming and recording equipment. If you want to get yourself some cheap games, check out the links. You can support me on Patreon if you want. Channel members are available. Use creator code SimpzyTotalWar on the Epic Games Store checkout to flick me a couple of bucks. We've got Twitter, Discord, merchandise, Facebook, Steam group, Instagram, Twitch, and Google Plus links all in the description below as well. But above all, guys, make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Much love from Australia. Goodbye.